back to TEW 2016, The Branding Solution, and we are here on Monday Night Raw, where Roman Reigns is going to be facing his final test to see if he is going to be able to face Seth Rollins and Dean Ambrose at WrestleMania for the WWE Championship. But first, we have our pre-show, and we have the Shining Stars picking up a win over the Single Brothers. We have Jack Swagger beating Damien O'Connor, just continuing to see how good O'Connor really is. The Ascension pick up a much needed win. They've been neglected a bit recently. Jay Lethal beat Marty's Girl, again, two guys who will both be on, well, Lethal's already on the main card. Marty's Girl will be joining post-Mania. The Usos defeat Elias Sampson and No Way Jose. Just another one, just to keep the Usos with another win. Obviously the pre-show doesn't really take into any factors on storylines, but it does help momentum and moral. Baron Corbin beat Anthony Nese. They don't have chemistry, fair enough. Not the worst thing in the world on the pre-show. Then we have the Perfect Athletes. Angle, Gable and Jordan beating Griffiths, Dallas and Rhino. It's a solid enough match. Kurt Angle was the highlight of the show, but we're getting good performances from American Alpha too. And then we move into the main event of the pre-show. Again, trying to do something where I drag the crowd down and bring them back up. Jack Gallagher defeats Noam Dar. And just about the better performer of the two, so we know where we are. We start the main show with Triple H looking at his team. Seth, the champion, Dean, the now disappointing as he couldn't beat Roman Reigns last week. And he's got his bodyguard Joe at the back. And Roman Reigns, he just cuts a promo on Roman Reigns saying how you're not going to take anything off us, and I will be the one to stop you going to WrestleMania. In our little pre-show match, or kick-off the show match, we have the Samarian Death Squad defeat System X. This was pretty much designed just to give them a win. As you can see, Bate and Dunn are a long way off being able to be in tag title matches, but the ratings of 50s mean they are ready to be in them themselves. And afterwards, including Rampage Brown, they cut a promo on all three tag teams, and so Jay and Shelly. We got Certified G's, the Usos, and the Uprising. It will be a fatal four-way for the tag team titles at WrestleMania. In another impressive match for Roderick Strong. I say that because I'm building him up very slowly. He beat Alberto Del Rio. Del Rio is really crashing ratings-wise. I can't bring myself to bring him around because the character they created for him was poor, so I need to really build him back up slowly, and he's just sort of helping the next talent come through at the moment. We have a backstage segment with Sami Zayn talking to Jericho about Jericho's injury that he suffered last week. As we've seen, Jericho has, I believe it was a 1 year long injury that's just going to work through, which is devastating for any long-term storytelling, and we're going to have a little trial match to see how badly it affects his performance a bit later on in the show as he teams back up with Sami Zayn. Though I know they don't have any chemistry as a tag team, which again, I do not understand how Jericho and Zayn have zero chemistry in tag teams. We then move on to Luke Harper picking up a win over Justin Gabriel. I feel like I'm going to start pulling the trigger on Luke Harper as a single star. This is the start of it. I want to keep him as a heel though, so this is important. What nice lay segment here. The Undertaker and Finn Balor are doing the Pass the Torch ceremony. after what happened last week on Raw. The idea is that The Undertaker says Finn Balor deserves to be the guy that takes over from my position as the Demon in the WWE, and I am officially passing him the baton. Finn Balor's in full makeup or body paint here, and Triple H are upset. He says, you keep getting in my business, Finn keeps getting in my business. WrestleMania, we're going to finish this. It's going to be you two versus me and Samoa Joe. So yeah, nice tag team match put in. I don't know who I would put as a singles person against The Undertaker. So I decided to go for tag team, so I really want to push Balor and Joe with this type of match. I already know the outcome, which is even better, and how it ends afterwards. But they put them in a match together, and Finn Balor defeats Samoa Joe. 76. I'm happy that they're getting B- minuses now. This was just thrown in there to move the little tag team and not tag team title match on, but just teasing at them all bickering backstage, wondering why they're not getting shots, and there's a heel with a face tip. It hit a lot better rating than I thought it would be. Kurt Angle helps though. We then cut to an in-ring segment where we have Neville, who gets introduced by Carlito Jahinda, Heath Slater and Ty Dillinger, all staking their claim that they want that TV title of Neville's, and they'll do anything to get it. We then jump into a tag team match where we gave Heath Slater and Jahinda Mahal the win as Ty Dillinger took the pin, and Neville is well better than these lot. So we've got plenty of contenders for that title. We have a video package now just hyping up that Baron Corbin is going to face John Morrison next week. It's a really random match to put together, but we want to just push that Baron Corbin is in the Intercontinental match and deserves to be. In this one, we get to see Chris Jericho. I know I had him on limited involvement. He's being slowed by his injury. This is really going to be a problem. He's still got a 72, but it's not going to happen. I'm going to probably look to write Jericho off TV long term, which I hate to do. And I would like, it may happen at Mania or the night after Mania. So we may just do angles leading up to Mania, have the match at Mania, hopefully not drag it down too much, and go. We have a video package of Dalton Castle, brought him in, just building him up slowly, and he picks up a win over Brian Kendrick. Not the best match, it's a D, it'll do. Not really over yet, so we're building. We then have a little segment where we have 4 competitors for Bray Wyatt's World Heavyweight Championship. Bray, Big E, Kevin Owens and Daniel Bryan. Everybody's angry, apart from Bray, who doesn't care. Kevin won his Royal Rumble match. Big E wants a true rematch. And Daniel Bryan earned it last week, thanks to Finn Balor. They aren't going to have a match, though. Kofi Kingston defeats Ryback. I know this is a sloppy match. It's not designed to be good. It was just trying to bring the crowd down a little bit, but give Kofi a much-needed win. And he cuts a promo, saying he's desperate to find an opponent for WrestleMania. He doesn't have a match. I personally don't know where I'm going to stick him, but he wants a WrestleMania match. I do have options where I could do a cross-promotional match. That is that in the background. But there could also be a slight twist where I could get him to replace Jericho in that ladder match if I feel this injury is going to damage it too much and sink him into the Intercontinental for now. In our main event, this is a great match again. We have Roman Reigns defeat Triple H by pinfall following a spear We had Kevin Owens trying to distract Roman Reigns, but then Seth Rollins was also there. You know these calamity sort of endings where Kevin Owens distracts Roman Reigns. Roman Reigns Superman punches Kevin Owens. Seth Rollins is also on the A-frame. Triple H comes to attack, and he hits into Seth Rollins and turns around and eats a spear. Roman Reigns gets the 1-2-3. And we get Roman Reigns just celebrating the fact that he is now in the main event at WrestleMania to end the show. I didn't want no beatdown, I just wanted it to be all about his moment. So we're going to end the show and see how well we did. We got an 84, so that's positive enough. As you can see, it doesn't seem to matter if you have weak matches near the end of the show. It seems to judge on the whole show a lot more now, which I'm happier with. So we're going to head back to the main screen and read some news. And we are back to the main screen, so let's see what's happened to Christopher Daniels. He is going to resign. Do we try and steal Christopher Daniels? His age will destroy us, so I'm probably going to say no. He has good friendships with Styles and Joe, we know. Problem is, he just wouldn't cut it. I just feel like it wouldn't work. His popularity has nothing. Most of mine are around that. So, he hasn't actually changed in popularity. And I needed to double check where that last show was held. Yeah, you're not going to like that I rehired Byron Saxton and Kenny can have his pay rise. I'm not too worried about these little bits like that. Makoto relocates. Ryan needs to to Hill. Yeah, we have the same people wanting to get called up, and they will. I want to keep Marty Skill down there just until around WrestleMania week, so I can call him up then. I think that would be the best. As you can see, we've got a lot of issues here. I cannot renew these contracts. They don't want to do it. I'm not that worried. I only really used this. I've been negotiating with a few others. As you can see, we've got quite a lot of options now. The worst thing is I can only really use one of them and then the WWE Network. But I don't think I can use the WWE Network. It's complicated, I think. I find it complicated. Probably isn't. Let's see, our Raw storylines, the Legend versus Legend. I need to take Rowan out of that rarely. Kurt Angle shouldn't really be in there. The future I see, yeah, put Harper in there now. Just kick him into it. The IC, we got our 6. Tag teams don't care too much. That's always going to struggle. And he's doing really well. Happy with both. I still have Kingston in there. It is still the title he lost. What we did do was we played around and we got our own new dojo, which, here we go, and we called it New Talent Relations, and I had Kurt Angle set it up. Kurt Angle was the trainer. I thought that would work. We'll see how it goes to if we do any more. Don't want to get carried away in case it turns sour, shall we say. I will probably not renew. None of these want renewing because we're only national, which is the problem. And we need to be 71, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And we need to be in 8, so I need to really hold a show in Great Lakes and Mid-Atlantic or Northwest to see where we get. I believe we ended up in Canada last time. I should have checked. I forgot. Yeah, we went to Ontario, and you can see how effective that was. Ontario's gone right up to 74. I think that is an improvement. If we track the progress in Canada, Quebec, okay, it's gone down, so it says a lot worse here. Never mind. However, that's just basic popularity. This is the importance. So I may start doing a few shows around the outside of America now. I've got 3 shows a week. I can do 1 show a week abroad, so we're going to try that out. Probably post-Mania though. It's not worth the experimenting now. But otherwise, we are all good. So it's back next time for SmackDown, and thank you all for watching.